Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Vechain. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one so that you have more context. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Also, there are two donation links that are taking you to the official websites where you can donate to support Ukraine. Thank you all for watching the video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It does help out the videos get out there during these bear markets. So jumping into the technical analysis, as you can see, we do have a Fibonacci retracement here. So the swing high is set all the way here in November of 2021, and the swing low is all the way down here in May of 2021. And we have our 1.618 target at 0.02350 cents, and we have reached that target once in the summer. We had a move to the upside into August from there, and then right now we're coming back down to where we started retracing from, and we're basically hovering around the 1.618 area. And I did give you this buy zone here, as you can see, all the way from the 1.618 all the way down to 2 cents basically. So from this low in June, you did a very nice 67%. And right now you're coming back down, like I said, to where you started retracing from. And as you can see, right now you are breaking out of a falling wedge pattern. This is basically a triangular pattern. And as you can see, our target over here is going to be all the way up here. And that is because that is exactly where the pattern was created. So that's the second touch for the pattern, okay? And that's where the resistance line was created. And that's why that is your target. That's usually where you retrace to after you start breaking out of the pattern. So I don't think this by any means is telling us that we're moving into a very strong uptrend for Vechain. Vechain follows Bitcoin. Bitcoin follows the news and the S&P 500, although the S&P 500 did lose its June low, so maybe Bitcoin will follow in soon. There is a huge indicator about the potential upcoming move for Bitcoin that I left on Patreon and in the Telegram chat, guys, for you. So for the patrons, obviously. So if you want to check out my Patreon, the link is down below in the description. I let you guys know in on these little indicators that I take a look at for potential dumps, and all of my trade alerts, low cap gems that I'm targeting, project highlights, your requests. All of that is going to be on Patreon, so make sure to check that out. So like I said, Vechain follows Bitcoin, and Bitcoin potentially may have a move to the upside in October/November. And after that, we usually see a dump in December, January. And I do think by spring of 2023, we're going to bottom out if we haven't already. And we're going to start printing higher highs into the next bull market towards 2024. So 0.02588 cents is where I think we're going to end up for Vechain as our technical target. Yes, we have the 55 daily EMA above us. So we may actually just wick all the way up there. Take out all the old orders on that level and then come back down and potentially retest this zone, or even come back down lower and retest the bottom of this buy zone. So we're holding the 20 EMA for now. That's a bullish sign. If we create a bullish cross here sometime in October, that's going to be a nice indicator, just like it was over here. But you can see that at the time of creating the bullish cross, you're already overextended from the bullish cross, and soon after you do see a capitulation. And this usually happens during bear markets. If this was a bull market, you would even go higher and higher and higher from the 20 EMA, and you would retest it occasionally. But during a bear market, as you can see, you only briefly stay above the 20 EMA, and especially if you're so overextended, you can see that the price is very far away from the 20 EMA, which is the yellow line here. And once that happens, you usually should just take some profits and swing trade if that's what you're looking to do, or just wait and buy when you see the move to the downside. And if you take a look at the RSI, you can see that once you were up here and you were very overextended from the 20 EMA, you were actually in the overbought levels on the daily RSI. So that was a good indicator for you to take a look at and say, maybe it's time to sell and wait for a little bit, for a little correction, so to speak. And yeah, that's regarding Vechain. You still have a potential 7.4% trade at hand if we do take out this technical target. There's also the potential that we may actually go higher. And in that case, if we start an impulsive move to the upside, the 1.618 target would be here at 3 cents, which is actually the 1.414 of the large Fibonacci retracement. So there's confluence in that area. And I do think, if we start breaking that, there's a pretty good chance we may end up there by the end of October. And at the beginning of November, we have the next FOMC meeting. And I think that's when the markets are going to drop. Okay. Because just like after this one, we did drop. And yeah, unless they don't increase by another 75 basis points, then we may see a move to the upside. But I highly doubt that, to be honest with you. I highly doubt that. So that's regarding Vechain on the daily chart. Overall, if you just zoom out a little bit more here, you can see that you're basically at the lows here that you were at in June. So technically speaking, these are very good prices to be buying Vechain at, especially if you're buying back at the all-time high prices. Right now is a good time to dollar cost average in. You even, you had this opportunity to take some profits, and right now you're at your lows. So I would say if you want to dollar cost average, you could buy some here, but don't go all in because you always have the chance to drop lower and you want to have some cash to buy that dip as well. So always have some cash and always be exposed to the markets. That's not a financial advice. That's just something that I do because you always want to have some crypto to take profits and you always want to have some cash to buy the potential dips. So be ready for both outcomes, as I usually say. Switching over to the daily RSI, you can see that we are in this symmetrical triangle, and we are in the first half of the triangle, obviously, and we may invalidate it at some point. But if we do see a move to the upside in November/October, I would target the descending pink trend line here. So you may run into that trend line as resistance and get rejected down. So yeah, pay attention to that. These trend lines typically do hold. And as you can see, we have two previous touches, one in April and one in August this year. So another one may be coming here in November before the next capitulation, finally setting our bottom for the bear market. And from there, we start moving into April and May of 2023 and into 2024 with higher highs and higher lows. So that's what I think regarding Vechain. Let's switch over to the Binance website. So moving over to the Binance website, as you can see, we do have a channel down pattern that we started all the way back here in February, and we've been bouncing up and down in between these channel levels. And right now we are running into the resistance of the channel. So potentially, if you start breaking out here, you may see quite an impulsive move to the upside because you're going to be breaking multi-month resistance trend lines. And as you know, once you do that, you typically see impulsive moves to the upside. So like I said, I already gave you your target for that move. You can also target the 200 EMA here, which is the purple line. We may run into that just like we did here in March of this year. And we did get, we did have a little fake out above it, but that doesn't really count because you basically just ran into the 200 and you pulled back down from there. It's not going to be perfect all the time. So we may see the same thing happen over here, just a temporary lower high in the grand scheme of things, because if you don't at least start breaking this high that we had in April, then you don't even think about starting the bull market here, because ever since April 2021, you've been creating lower highs. And if you just do something like this here and you break this local high here, you're still creating a lower low to or a lower high to this high in April. So you have to at least break this major resistance level, and then we can start talking about a potential retracement to the November highs of last year. Before that happens, just dollar cost average, be smart about your purchases. Stake if you can. And yeah, if I missed out anything important on the charts, feel free to follow me on Twitter and leave a comment down below saying what you think about the charts. Also, check out my Patreon linked down below. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.